Hey guys, BeardBrigade here. We're coming at you with kind of pilot episode, I guess. Really just a random one-off of some adventuring in the DC universe. So I am playing DC Universe Online, MMORPG, where you make your own hero or villain and battle it out by adventuring and fighting against heroes and stuff. So I have created and present to you guys my Bane-inspired character, Erratums. Erratum is a mistake from before. That's what it means. It's a Latin word, typically used in like writing and law, legal law. So I just made Erratums, so he'd be like several mistakes from before. And so my concept for him was like Bane, basically, from the appearance and everything. I don't know, just because the concept of the game is that Brainiac comes, takes over the world, and in the process of assembling people and capturing people, accidentally super infused them, so people became superpowered. So I use gadgets and brawling to kick butt and take games. So that is the character. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll be kind of running around and whatnot. So just the general concept, like I said, inspired by Bane, because I've been playing a lot of Injustice 2 on my PlayStation. I play it most nights. I play like a round or two. I don't know, it's becoming a great way to do some contests. Oh, something I'm not going to be able to fight. So we're just going to keep running. Keep running. Was not prepared to be set on fire like that. Oh my goodness. Lord, where did I just put you on the other side of the freaking map? So I played this before on PlayStation, but again, one of those things where progress and stuff doesn't carry over. Plus, I didn't play it for all that long, so it didn't really have too much of an effect on terms of just kind of starting from scratch. So anyway, concept for the character is because the game is, like I mentioned, kind of about Brainiac accidentally infusing people, and the way the game starts off, basically it's like, oh, people suddenly just become heroes or villains, and just right off the bat. Well, I don't know, that just never really, though it makes sense to be in the DC universe, it didn't make sense to me, to be honest. Like, just suddenly someone would be okay with suddenly having powers and just decides to take a side, and everything's good and dandy. Like, that just didn't really make sense to me. So the concept that I kind of have for this character is essentially, he's been given these powers through the whole Brainiac thing, but he's not happy about it. He's since he was kind of created by mistake, he's very against it, and he's almost wants revenge against those that essentially are the reason why he got powers. So that's kind of the concept of an error from before kind of comes into play. Now with the game itself, when you start up, so you essentially you make your character, and you pick a mentor. And my mentor, I decided to go with Joker. So when I play through the game stuff, Joker is kind of like my main storyline quest for BeardBrigade. So we'll see how things turn out for him. For Erratums here. Let's see, mission.
I got a job for you.
So, and boom. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting concept for it. You know, having this kind of mentor system, which affects your game overall. I think it was kind of cool. Little add in there. Because villains get Lex Luthor, Joker, and Cersei was the other one. And then for the heroes, I believe it's Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. It is another one. But it, rather than, you know, your typical, like, you know, use your powers kind of thing, it's more of an action RPG. It's like, you know, I have to click to do my main attack, and then my powers and stuff are my other thing. So I get like gadgets, because that's my power set. So I have this electrical grappling hook thing, which I can use to bring people in. And I have this fear gas, very scarecrow. And I got this. What's this new one? I don't know, but the guy like exploded. That was kind of cool. I'm not sure what that power is, but. Yay! Wait, didn't get it? Why did I not get this thing? There we go. Oh, so yeah, it's an interesting game. Rather than like Champions Online, which is from you guys, where you have all these like crazy customization options, you actually get your gear, and that provides you with your customization options. So you unlock customization as you find gear, which is kind of cool. You know, because you can find like a really low geared item, and then that be your like the item you use for like and you can totally get away with it. So so to no surprise, you see people like that big. Oh, sorry there, guys. I'm a bit tired. Even though I got like a bunch of sleep earlier today, I'm still pretty exhausted for some reason. Oh yeah, they kind of funny. Oops. Monsters. One. Get over here. See? Total like scorpion get over here thing. That's just totally what that looks like. Anyway, so yay! Just journal. Complete. Achieve the Joker's explosives. First, let's equip this new little German. Sure, we'll go with that.
The police have the Falcone warehouse surrounded. Good thing all my explosives are still lying around. Get in there and get the party started, will you?
Alright, so moving right along. Oops. Oh man, sorry guys. Well, we should have waited to do this one, but I don't know. I really wanted to do it, get it over with. Oh, that sounds horrible. That's something I wanted to get it over with. Just wanted to get it done for you guys. That way I could come in and edit it way ahead of time and do some good editing work on it. At least try to do some good editing work on it. So, I don't know, it's been pretty fun. It was pretty fun on PlayStation, so I'm hoping so far it seems pretty fun on PC. It's definitely a little bit more intuitive. The controls seem a little bit more fluid. Like, they didn't really seem... Like, it definitely doesn't feel like when you play it on PlayStation, it doesn't feel like it's built for PlayStation at all. There's a place back over there. I'm gonna have to get there. Hey, guys. I like the little, like, wham, bam. Like crit and stuff, that's cool. I never noticed that before. Ooh. Bit of a meeting back there. Huh, interesting. So... Beat down! Huh. So we go over here to this class fucking Professor Daft. Huh. Some badges from detectives. Did that count? I don't think that counted. Oh man. Get over here. I'm gonna do that every time, guys. It's too fun. It's definitely a fun ability. Alright, so I like these little things. These are cool. You get little progress bars from collecting more and stuff. That's cool. That's just a cool feature. Wait, I had titles, didn't I? I totally had some titles. Well, I go to title. Journal traits, deeds. 2D map. League? Oh, we got a league. Not sure what that means. Oh, here we go. Titles. Professor. Legendary. Wow. Those don't seem all that great. Just not my character. Alright. So for the patrolmen and beat cops, the detectives. Joker Bomb Patrolman? Oh. Well, that's terrible. You get a bomb. Ooh, that's kind of fine, guys. Like here, let me just beat up a random police officer and then put a bomb on him. Because that's a good idea. Like, seriously? That's kind of dark. For an online game that kids have access to. Because, I mean, the game is free. It's free to play. On both PlayStation and PC, and it might even be on Xbox. That's kind of a dark theme, man. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Get over here! That's not gonna get old. That's gonna get old for you guys, though. Let's see. Yeah, I know I don't really... In terms of game universes, or not game universes, but just like DC versus Marvel. I like them both. Kind of equally. Like each one has its merits. Like the heroes in Marvel, I like a little bit more, I would say, than I like the ones from DC. Though there are some pretty interesting DC heroes out there. I just find the ones in Marvel a little bit more, I don't know, they just seem a little bit more, I don't know if they're relatable, but I don't know, I can connect to them a little bit better than I can the ones in DC. Like, they just don't, I just don't feel like I can connect as well to the DC heroes. Like, I don't really feel a connection to them. Like, for example, like Batman, he lost his parents. Oh, I'm not an orphaned kid. I mean, I had both my parents. I don't really have, other than the fact that he's really cool, I don't really have any kind of, like, oh yeah, I wish I was a rich billionaire and go fight crime. Like, wow, there's just really no connection there. And, you know, really a lot of the other heroes are kind of the same way, like, you know, Superman, he's an orphan kid from another planet, you know, raised by step-parents or foster parents, you take him in, you know, and he finds out that he's an alien with superpowers. Like, that's not something I can relate to. Like, yeah. I mean, and then I don't really know too much about some of the other characters, like, because I never really got into them, because it's never really, like I said, I could never really connect to any characters, like, they just never really stood out to me for, like, drawing me in, like some of the Marvel characters did. And now that I'm older too, like, checking out different characters and things like that, and with all of the, like, TV shows now that we have, as well as 2 more bucks. Okay, go to warehouse, continue your mission. What's this thing? Ooh. Oh, is that just a style thing that I unlocked? Really? I think it was just a style thing I unlocked. Or not. Oh, let's choose your reward. Okay. That was weird. So, no, I just couldn't, I couldn't, you know, relate to the DC ones, but, or DC heroes, like I could to the Marvel ones. Now that I'm older, you know, my life dynamic overall has changed. You know, I found certain characters that I didn't really... What? There's power clamps? That's interesting. Not really up my aisle for style. Right, so hands, biker, save, but they're still on there. Why are they still on their arms? Oh, bare hands, okay. This is a weapon thing. Makes a little bit more sense now. So like example, like when I was a kid, Punisher really didn't appeal to me. But now that I'm older and I have a family of my own, You know, Punisher, you know, appeals a little bit more to me. Like, it, you know, I find him as a little bit more of an interesting character. And not so much that I could relate to him, because you know, I'm not a soldier or a cop in any way, shape, or form. And my family is very much still here. But just that concept of, like, losing my family, like, makes it more of a character that I can be drawn to, that I can understand, and, you know, want to learn about and kind of understand. So, let's see. Alright, so right through the police raid. That's an interesting power that I just unleashed. I should probably read what some of these powers are. Because honestly, I don't have any clue what any of these powers are sometimes. I can go wall run. That's cool. You know, so yeah, like, characters like him I find a little more interesting in terms of, you know, being able to connect them. Like I mentioned, like I find myself being connected more towards the Marvel heroes than the DC heroes. But when it comes to villains in DC, I don't want to say that I find them more relatable, but I find them more compelling than the villains in Marvel. Because the villains in Marvel, I feel like they're just kind of, it almost feels like they're just there, to be honest. And, like, I just don't feel like there's much to them. And I feel like that there could be, so scared. Yeah, I feel like there could be more to them than just, hey, I'm a villain and I'm here. Like, you know, that's how they feel like to me in Marvel. Whoa! Just beat him up in midair. Get over here! Oh, so that power's like a grenade then. Okay. Does that make sense? I like that fear gas. Fear gas is cool. Yeah, but they feel like more like just, you know, hey, I'm here, I'm a villain. In Marvel. And then in DC, there's just something with the villains in DC that I find really compelling. Like, for example, let's see. I don't want to go with the stereotypical Joker, but, you know, the Joker, I think, is a really dynamic villain. Because he's got so many different versions of himself. You know, you have the more crime boss, you know, king of the Gotham Underworld Joker. And then you have the more Heath Ledger Joker that we see in the Christian Bale Batman movies, where he's just, you know, insane to the membrane. And, you know, just out there crazy, just wants the chaos.
So, the Falcones aren't the only criminals here.
I guess I should block that. Yeah, but I find him, like, you know, I just find him, you know, it's just, because of his variations and stuff, you know, he seems more interesting. Because there's just so much more to him than just, hey, I'm Joker. You know, whereas you have a villain like Thanos from Marvel, who, okay, he's after the Infinity Gems. Alright, cool. Because his whole thing is he just wants balance in the universe. Okay, well, you know, granted I haven't read a lot about Thanos, so I don't know, you know, maybe there is a little bit more to him, but in terms of, you know, that being the extent of what I know about him, like, that just doesn't...
You can't have that many lives.
Yay, same. Thank for work there. Are they running away? Yay, they're running away. Like, that just doesn't seem... Ow, like, I just feel like there could be more to that. Like, why just... Like, this just seems kind of just trapped, in my opinion. Yeah, let's definitely not go with Cape. I guess I should, like, lock some of these in. And then just, when I have new ones, check it out that way, but, I don't know. I feel like changing it every time is going to be a little bit more fun. I don't know, but, yeah, I like a good example, too, Bane from DC. Especially, like, the new interpretation of it. Well, I don't say new interpretation of him. But that interpretation of him that was in third Christian Bale Batman movie, where he was almost like a mastermind. Which I know in some...
This city
Oh, what is this?
preys on the innocent.
Oh, it's the Catwoman cutscene thing. Okay.
I know.
Not worried about that. Like his... Like when you saw him in... I don't have one of these... Neuroneutralizer. I have all these skill points, but I can't do anything with them. Because I already used them. I don't have anything else. I can't unlock anything else. And it makes me say Panda. Gadgets. Like, yeah, I have all these abilities. Cool. Controlled. Sticky ball. Okay. Cool. It's like the Bane in the newer Batman movies. You know, he was almost like a master. Like, it turns out that he was, you know, a slave to Talia al Ghul, but or Talia al Ghul, or the daughter of Ra's al Ghul. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to that book. You know, so it just turned out that he was just like a part of her whole thing, but you know, at the same time, like the whole movie, you're thinking like he's the main villain and he's got the power and you know he's pulling all the strings and stuff, and you know you find out that he's not, but yay. I'm sure what that does for me. Okay, something cool happened, I guess. and you know, and just in that movie, his interpretation of what, you know, just, you know, he wasn't wanting to destroy the world to destroy it. There was purpose behind it all, especially because of the League of Shadows and all of that dynamic. I don't know, I just felt like it really played more on this, on the dynamic of, or not the dynamic of, but just trying to, I am leveling up left and right. That's one player. Oh, okay. SP booster. Oh, that's hideous looking. But you know, just kind of that. Now, I'm not sure exactly how to express what I'm trying to say right there. But I just, you know, there was more to him than just this simple thug Bane that, you know, is just this brutish character who is a big day. Alright, unlocks for the coin for playing any Legends simulation match. Oh, great. Sure. Not sure what that does for me, but Legends PvP. Okay, cool. It's Harlequin, I guess. Not sure what that means exactly, but I can barely play as Harlequin. And I just crawled all over the wall. That was different. Alright guys, so now I could probably ramble on about the differences between Marvel and DC all day. You know, what little tidbits of this character and what little tidbits of that character I like and don't like. But rather than bore you guys, and you know, I've been kind of running around, you guys got to see a little bit of DCU Online. You know, I may come back just because it has a little bit easier to play it on PC. So I may come back to this one again for some random one-off videos here and there. But you guys know what that means. It is time for our playlist, guys. So, you know, we are going to go ahead and let's see, there's going to be a good one here. Let's see. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and just go with that one since I'm playing a villain. So, for our Eclectic playlist, guys, we are heading back to the Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band for this video. And with that, we are going to be using the song Your Cousins on Cops. It's just a really fun, interesting song. And I really just enjoyed listening to it when it came on, and every time it comes on my favorites playlist while I'm listening to my favorites, I get a chuckle out of it every time. Of course, now, guys, that brings us to our song of the day, right? So, our song of the day, yeah, song of the day, yeah. Let's see. It is negative 15 outside, guys. Super cold where I live, right? Let's take a look here. So for our song of the day, let us go with oh, here we go. Since I can't use Johnny Cash songs for the Nerd Quantic playlist, I'll go ahead and use one for the song of the day. And for it, I'm going to use I Got Stripes by Johnny Cash, and that is going to be our Beard Brigade song of the day, guys. Anyway, as always, guys, that wraps us up here for this video. On Taco Up by Taco. That's funny. So as always, guys, you know, if you like the video, hit that like button. If you are looking forward to seeing more of my videos, my current lineup is, of course, Monster Mondays. We now have, starting this month in February, we just kicked up our Table Talk Tuesdays. So every Tuesday, I guess I should finish that. So every Monday is Monster Monday, where I will be doing a video about a monster. It will either be like a variation of a monster that already exists, or I'll be talking about some classic monsters, or you know, just doing different things about monsters you can use for any number of things. Whether you're a writer or you're how do I sell it? Oh, just using the button, right? Yeah, so yeah, just kind of for any number of things, whether you're writing a book or playing a tabletop, or you know, you're an indie game designer, whatever it may be. You'll be able to, you know, use those things to help inspire you and stuff like that. So then, now we are kicked off this week, our first Table Talk Tuesday, where much like my Necromancy series that I did a while back, these will be like world building tips and tricks and informational things to, again, help inspire and inform you guys about different things in any number of categories that you could use for just about anything: writing, tabletop gaming, anything. And so that'll be our Tuesdays. Every Wednesday is still going to be Wildcard Wednesday, where I post a challenge video of some kind. Currently on the fence about kicking back up a Skyrim challenge series. Probably just going to be doing some one-off challenges until I decide what I'm going to be trying to do consistently on Wednesdays, aside from just challenges. I'm just kind of jumping around here, guys, sorry. Thursdays, at least for right now, I'm going to be taking Thursdays off, guys, just because I want to really lock in this this new schedule that we're working towards. Eventually, I will get back onto some kind of video regularly on Thursday, but until I get something figured out for Thursdays, I'll be skipping Thursdays just as a day off for myself. And then I should be posting videos at least every Friday, just one-off videos for Fridays, and we'll probably post the occasional one-off on Saturday as well. But officially, guys, I am claiming Sunday as a day off going forward. I know up until about 2 weeks ago now, I was posting videos every single day, but now that I'm moving on to the schedule, and providing actual things to expect on certain days, guys, Sunday I at least want to have a day off, so that way I don't have to worry about doing stuff. Sunday is just going to be my day to chill and relax and be my day of rest, as it is for a lot of people. So with that, guys, you know, you can always follow me on Instagram as well. Had a bit of a stint of inactivity just because being this dang cough that I've had that's almost gone, still lingering on a little bit, but hopefully we see an end to it here soon, guys. Plus, little man has been super sick recently too, and it's been kind of hard to get some Instagram posts going like I normally do, but if I haven't already been kicked back up on that, I should be kicked back up on Instagram pretty soon. for you guys. And of course, you can find me on Instagram at BeardBrigade0. You can go ahead and check me out on Twitter, which is pretty much just me sharing my Instagram posts at this point, with the occasional update on Instagram too. You can find me there at Brigade Beard. As always, like and subscribe to my channel here. Make sure you hit that bell when you subscribe though, so that way it notifies you when the next video is up. I am not technically touching the wall in any way, shape, or form. That's interesting. And then, of course, guys, you can check out my companion website, where I transcribe all of my Monster Monday stuff on there, and we'll be adding some stuff up there soon. Some added content stuff up there too, maybe some resource posts of providing some resource links and stuff for you guys, or other general things. What kind of also been thinking about, just writing down some like short story stuff that's been popping into my head lately. I may kind of jot those down and add them into the blog there, and see about adding those stuff, adding that up on there. So with that, guys, that wraps us up here. I kind of rambled on to get you guys kind of on the schedule, but that's kind of where we're rolling into in terms of scheduling for the channel. And I really hope you guys are enjoying this change and finding my videos entertaining and useful, or whatnot. So as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this video, and you guys take care of yourselves and have a super fantastic rest of your day.